Epic Community Center Committee. And this committee was formed from the relevant committee from all the Epic committees. If I have to name, which would be IT and Sports Committee, Safety, Security, Facility, and Constructions, and maybe there are many more. So you would see that this ECC committee, their primary goal was to come up with a process and procedure to make the most out of our gym, inshallah ta'ala. So Jazakallah khair to the team, and you will see in some of the slides there are like maybe 30 plus volunteers from different committees. They have participated. This is the best that I have seen at Epic. Good collaboration. Obviously, before we came up with this committee, as a matter of fact, I could myself speak for myself, and I know many of you as well, that we were speaking to the other masajids and DFW masajids who already have their gyms and this kind of facility before this gym was this was when it was being built. That what were their challenges and what were their ideas, and so we can learn from it when we will be ready. So Alhamdulillah, this committee, with the directions, of course, with the board and the bigger vision that we have, the safety was one of the most important thing, and making sure equal opportunity to available to both our sisters, brothers, and all the ages, and all the sports that we will be inshallah playing. So that you could see there's many different variables, different ages, different gender, and many sports. So it was a challenge to manage one facility, and obviously there are certain times when everybody wants to play. So mashallah, this team did a great job working to streamline the process, alhamdulillah. So today it's a great milestone for us. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are ready with this one, and I'm very honored to announce that inshallah ta'ala January 18th after Isha we will inshallah open the gym for the community. Takbir. This process, you will see, it may sound very complicated and whatnot, but obviously the goal for this process was, as I have said before, safety and equal opportunity for everyone. But like any other process, you can make the most and the best process. If we don't use the process, if we don't follow the process, it's a trash. So, this team and board members, and we visited, how come this 24-hour fitness, they run flawlessly. They make money out of it. No question asked. You show the card, you have the membership, and you use the facility. We use it right. So, you may have also heard that some of the DFW masajids who have the gym, they went through lots of challenges. I mean, where the law enforcement had to come, their gyms has to close down. We don't want any of it. Alhamdulillah, this community is very well educated, very well mannered, but always, we have to come up with the process. And my humble request and reminder to myself and to my family, my kids as well, because I told them the same thing, which I'm going to tell all of you, is that inshallah try to follow the processes. If we do that, we'll make the most and the best out of it, inshallah. So without any further ado, inshallah, I'm going to ask Samir Bhai, who is also our vice president, as well as he's our facility liaison, and this whole ECC and this drama that comes under him, that mashallah he had a team that all these people have worked with him. So jazakallah khair, Samir Bhai, inshallah ta'ala. You didn't?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair, Jad Bhai, for couldn't have done better in terms of introducing the dates and whatnot, the process that we went through and the requirements for it. First, I'd like to so I'm going to get right to it. First, I'd like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His mercy, without which we will not be here where we are. And then after that, the members, the people who have contributed towards the process that we have put together for the gymnasium, alhamdulillah. As mentioned before, this is definitely a milestone for Epic, and going through this process is not easy. So As you see in the agenda, so I'm going to go right to the presentation so that we get to it, and then inshallah, if you have any questions, obviously this is not going to be a question and answer. We will not have a question and answer session right here. However, there will be a question and answer session. If you do have any questions, etc., we'll be able to accommodate it. I'll let you know how we can do so. So the first thing is the agenda you see, we're going to go through some of these things. So please keep your questions, and then we'll come to them, inshallah, in a different forum. The members. Alhamdulillah, the ECC committee is basically a collaborated committee. It has members from all the different committees. As you can see, what I want to do is basically request all the members, the names that you see up there. These brothers have worked really hard. As you all know, consensus in a larger team is a challenge. So the onus falls on the leadership, alhamdulillah. So I'm going to request first all the members who are here, whose names are up there and who probably I missed by my shortcoming. If you're part of the ECC committee, if you can stand up for just so we can see you all there. I know some of them are here, so don't make me call out your names. So Akram bhai, you're there. So Imran Chaudhry bhai, Ammar, mashallah, the youth. Yeah. So I'm going to just come closer here. So obviously Imran Chaudhry, is he here? Brother Imran Chaudhry. I'm trying to look for him. Where is he? You need to stand up. You need to see him right here in the corner, hiding over there in the hoodie over there. MashaAllah, he was the he was the lead of the committee. MashaAllah, Naveed Siddiqui. He was the secretary. If he's here, where is he? Oh, he's all the way in the corner over there. MashaAllah. So there's lots of members, mashallah. Akram bhai, Bukhari bhai, Abu Bakr, Abdul Wahab, Abdul Rahim, Ammar, mashallah, our youth, Abdul Qayyum bhai, Basir bhai, mashallah, Ikram Haq bhai, lots of brothers, mashallah. We had a really, really diverse team. We got input from, forgive me for not going through the list, but nevertheless, this was not an easy task to run the team, mashallah, because they worked really hard. They put their heads together. They went out. We talked to the other Masjid to learn from their experiences. IANT, Irving, West Plano, and the other community centers. We went out. We talked to the gymnasiums. We went to Lifetime Fitnesses, 24-hour fitnesses. We talked to other brothers who had experiences in this. Based on all of that collective feedback, it helped us. It helped us not make the same mistakes or reinvent the wheel per se, to utilize that and come up with this process. So first of all, jazakallahu khair to everybody who participated in this committee. We really acknowledge, I'm standing here doing the presentation, but all the work was done by these members. MashaAllah. So jazakallahu khair, may Allah reward you, accept from you all, and inshallah because the job is not done yet. We still have more to do, inshallah. Now the community facility, this facility, how big? So these are some of the dimensions that we have here. In total, we have 35,780 square footage. Okay, this is the total square footage of the gymnasium, as big as the masjid. As big as the masjid. We spent quite a lot of money, your money, in doing so and building this. It has a lot of, as you can see there, multi-purpose hall, gymnasiums, classrooms, ghusl room. We have this service that is really important, really critical. Alhamdulillah, we have all of that. We have one-in-a-kind gymnasium where, the partitions, the sisters, it's a completely, as Jod Bhai mentioned, safe environment, a complete safe environment. So as you can see there, we have fitness studios. A lot of times we have gotten the feedback from our sisters where they said that they don't feel very comfortable working out in the public gymnasiums like 24-hour fitnesses, lifetimes, etc. Alhamdulillah, with this, they will be able to find a safe environment where they can do their workout and whatnot to get their physical activities, inshallah ta'ala. So, next one. Obviously, the team, after review, detailed review, they focused, they reviewed, and then they came up with the process they recommended, and the board agreed with it, that we're going to take a phased approach. We have many different resources available in this new community center. Namely, you have the aerobics area, the fitness studios, the classrooms, the youth lounges, and then the actual sports area, the main, the hall, the basketball courts and whatnot. So we're going to take a phased approach. We divided this into 3 phases: phase 1, 2, and 3. In phase 1, which is what will be open, which is what will be ready on January 18th. Okay, that will be the basketball court, the ping pongs, the classrooms, and then the other sports, badminton, volleyball, and obviously there can be other sports that we have not mentioned here, provided that we have appropriate safety and measures taken for those sports. But in phase 1, that's January 18th, we'll have the phase 1 ready and available for the community for usage, inshallah ta'ala. Phase 2, the same team is going to continue to work on phase 2 and 3. They have already started thinking through it. They already started documenting, drafting some of their ideas, etc. So inshallah, we'll have that ready as soon as possible. Not only that, let me just quickly make one more point that, this is again something that we have based on our experiences, based on what we have learned, based on the feedback, our experiences and whatnot, we have come up with this process. It doesn't mean that this is the end-all final process, etc. We're going to adapt and pivot. We're going to learn and we're going to pivot. So we kept that. So inshallah, we are open. So once we go through this process for maybe 2-3 months, once we learn that, oh, this is working, this is not working, so we'll learn from it and we'll pivot, inshallah. The membership and registration process. Obviously, this was based on your feedback. This was totally based on your feedback. The community was involved in some major decision-making process here. So there, if you remember, you have taken a survey for the membership. Alhamdulillah, we had an overwhelming response. A lot of people, a lot of members have participated in the membership survey for the fee. There is a membership fee of $20 per month. $40 per family and $20 individual membership. So this was based on the feedback that we have received from the community. Obviously, now we have memberships. The reason why we kept the membership, there's a lot of questions that why do we need to get the membership going? Obviously, a short answer for that is because there's a detailed answer, but the short one is we want to make sure that our community gets the preference. Our community, we identify who we are, we can do that. And then also the safety, from the safety perspective as well. Okay, so that's the reason why. And also maybe a little bit towards the cost management and whatnot. Okay, so you need to, in order for us to use the facility, you have to be a registered member of the community center. If you are a member of EPIC, if you're a general body member of EPIC, you are not by default, an ECC member, no. You have to become an ECC member, which is the EPIC Community Center member, in order to use the facility. And again, the process, we'll go through that real quick. Obviously, we have senior citizens, mashallah. Our citizens are respected elders. Inshallah, if you're above 65, inshallah, there is some discounts. There's some facilities that you have, special privilege that you have. 65 and above, inshallah. I'm sorry? It's free. Sorry. All right, so the membership registration is a 3-step process. It's a 3-step process. Online, first thing you need to go register yourself online. Go to epicmasjid.org. Jazakallah khair for the IT team working tirelessly getting everything ready. It will be ready, released on January 4th, which is 2 days from now. So you can go ahead and once the site will make the announcement, will remind you. So go ahead and fill out the online application forms starting January 4th. So you can put in your name, your family name, etc. And then starting from January 7th, there will be tables out here every day after Isha. ECC team members will be sitting outside, tables from both sides for both sisters and brothers. So you can come in here after you fill out the application, and then you can come in here and take a picture ID, and then you also will be verify your identities. So if I filled out my form, for example, one quick use case, I'm going to fill out my application form online, and then I'll come in here starting January 7th. I'll show my ID, provide my credit card, and then I'll get my picture taken and my families, and I'll have the membership ready to go. So once that's step 2. And then step 3 is where you'll be given a photo ID for the usage of the membership, the facility. So this is no different than what you see in regular gymnasiums. If you go to 24-hour fitness or other gymnasiums where you are given an ID and the ID will be checked before giving access to the facility, inshallah. And again, this has been very thought through. A lot of deliberation happened amongst the team, a lot of discussions, a lot of different point of views and whatnot, and finally came to this conclusion that we all felt will work out very well, inshallah. And again, if there are changes that we have to make, we'll adapt and we'll pivot, inshallah, as mentioned. Safety and security. Obviously, there are guidelines. The team has come up with a high-level set of guidelines and rules and processes, if you will. What they are, as our Amir Javed Bhai mentioned, that the rules are there to be followed. If you respect them, you take more advantage of it, you enjoy it more, it's better. But if you don't, but we also have actions. You know, if somebody is misbehaving, if somebody is not following the rules, there are processes in place that will be published to all of us, so that way we are fair across the board. We have advertised it, we have told you what it's gonna be and what the repercussion is gonna be. If certain violations happen, they will be published very well. We'll all be aware of everything, so that we don't have any untoward incident where we say, oh, I did not know about this. But there will be guidelines that will be strictly followed, inshallah ta'ala. I'm sorry? Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot about one little thing here. The team has also recommended, and the board has accepted that the first 3 months of the membership is free. So once you become, now this doesn't mean that since the day you became the member, no, since January 18th, 3 months from that date onwards, it will be free, but it's still, you need the registration for it. Jazakallah khair for reminding. Security guards, obviously, we will have security guards. These falls all under expenses. There's going to be a security guard for both the sister side as well as the brother's side. This is for enforcement of the policies that we have come up with. Okay, so door alarms, obviously, some of these security cameras, the construction team, mashallah, worked really hard. They gave us all access. They made sure that we have control of all the doors, access points, etc. So we will be monitoring all of that. One other thing I want to mention about the schedule, sorry, I'll come back to the schedule now. Scheduling. This has been one of the biggest challenge that the team has overcome. This has been the biggest challenge, obviously. We have a lot of us coming from the Indo-Pak, the subcontinent. We are a one-sport country. We all want to play cricket. But the kids over here, they want to play everything but cricket. So there was a lot of suggestions that has come up, we want to do this, we want to do this. But alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair to the team for taking the time to reviewing this and accommodating all of the requests. Finally came up with this schedule. It looks a little complex, but it's really not that complex at all. But it does accommodate everything. It does accommodate, as a lot of the requirements that we felt are necessary for us as a community. As you can see, obviously there's going to be monitors put up there. The schedule will be displayed, so you will know exactly on what date, what time, what sport, what age group is going to be utilizing the facility. Similarly for sisters, same thing. Whatever we have for brothers, exact same thing we have for sisters as well, inshallah. Now, one other thing that we did, the team had really taken the time to accommodate the children with special needs. They've come with the recommendation and board's request that there will be a dedicated time for children with special needs. We have, mashallah, a lot of the EPIC is Mohsen certified. So this is going to also work towards that. So there will be, we have accommodated the children with special needs as well. Obviously, as Javed Bhai mentioned, the opening is on the January 18th. It's a Friday, Friday 18th after Isha. Inshallah, there will be more. Please, we'll keep you posted on what events is going to happen, what the process is, what the flow is going to be on that particular day. But what we need to do now, going forward, starting January 4th, I request you all, and if you know your friends who are not here today, to talk to them and let them know that the registration process have started. And we'll send out an email as a reminder to start the process of January 4th, starting January 4th. Go online, fill out the applications so that we can do this process smoothly. Every day, starting January 7th, there'll be a team sitting outside, taking your applications, getting your IDs, getting you registered and whatnot. You might have questions at this point. Obviously, the team will be there. The board members are here. Please reach out to any one of them. Brother Imran, he's the lead for the ECC team. You can reach him or his team members to get any questions answered. We might not have answers for everything, but we'll certainly acknowledge the question. And then, if we do need to go back and research and come back to you with an answer, we'll do that, inshallah ta'ala. With that, I'm going to like to conclude this. Jazakallahu khairan. But thanking the team one more time, thanking your time, thanking your patience for everything. Jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.